Hello lovelies, are you ready to create a show-stopping Ankara dress for your little one that will have everyone asking where you got it from? Then this video is for you. These are all the parts all cut out, so we're going to take them one after the other. So let's take these other two aside and focus on the top. So first and foremost, bringing the top to view. I'll bring it up close so that you'd see. This is 7.5 inches for the breadth of it, and then for the width I have it on fold. So whenever the two parts are alike, I ensure I use my chalk and indicate the back part, so I'm not confused on the parts, because that has done me so badly. So I'll take the measurement of the side, and the side is 17.5 inches. So I folded it and I have 1 inch allowance for zip at the back, and then the front part here is the shoulder. So the shoulder is 4 inches. So instead of sticking with the 4 inches, ensure you add half an inch, because this is not a pattern. This is the actual dress being cut out. So make sure you keep an allowance of half an inch at the top, or 1 inch, because you're going to slant it down and you should have enough allowance to be able to handle it. So half inch at the top and every other allowance for sewing added to it. So we have 4.5 at the top. Rule out the half inch. So for me, I did half inch. Please take 0.75 or 1 inch so that you have enough allowance for sewing at the top. So I came down by 5 inches. So here I'll measure straight up. So plus that half at the top, you know it's 5.5. So here it is, 5 inches, and then I leveled up with my ruler. Lining it up, I would come out by this armhole. I'll come out by 1 inch or 0.75, your choice, but it will all come out beautifully. So I'll use my curve ruler and match from this point and ensure that midpoint of your shoulder, 2.5, that is the midpoint of our armhole length, and then we came out by either 0.25 or 0.5, that's half an inch or quarter of an inch. So if you did 0.75 here, make sure you do 0.25 there, but if you did 1 inch here, you do half an inch inside, and then you can blend it with your curve ruler and also go to the top to blend it, but ensure you do the slant first. I know I did mine after, but you can do yours first. It's because I've been sewing for such a long while, so I have an idea of it. So I hope I'm guiding you properly, and then you're getting every hint of it. I hope you're also learning a whole lot. So I'm leaving half an inch allowance. Here is where I'm going to do the slant. The slant is going to be at the edge of the fabric down to this point where we measured our 4.5 inches for our shoulder length. So just slant it all the way down by half an inch at this edge. And when we're done, I still have a little at the top. That's why I told you do 1 inch allowance for sewing. So right now, I'll do the round neck, our round neckline. So we'll do that. I came in by 2.5 and then came down by 3 inches. So you can also bring yours lower. You can go to 3.5 inches, 3 inches. I don't like it being too tight, except if I'm doing a turtleneck. So I blended from that point down here and we're good. Then we also did the back part. The back part will come down by 1.5 inch. And then when we come down by 1.5 inch, we just use our curve ruler at the same point where we got to 2.5. We'll blend that 1.5 inch with our curve ruler and we'll get exactly that. Ensure that when you're cutting out the front, ensure you don't cut the back as well. Separate it. So I used to cut the back together when I'm cutting the back, because the back has a different measurement to the front. Cut out the back first together with the front, and then when you're trying to cut the front, ensure you cut exactly the front. So the measurement of her waist is 5 inches. We're not going to do it exactly 5 inches, of course, so that baby can have free access to be able to eat or drink or just be free, because if it's too tight she won't like it. I added 2 inches allowance, so 1 inch for the sewing. I'll just handle everything as we go. So I'll cut out all the parts that needs cutting. So here is how it's going to go. So I'll cut out this part, snip it just a little bit, and then came in. Make sure the allowance, the back is always different. The back is exactly that straight line you drew there. It's not going in, so I'll just add half an inch for that back part. But before we'll do that, I'll separate this part first, do the back part at the other side where the zip is meant to be. This is the slant, and I ensure I leave half an inch at the top. Can you see? Like this, half an inch for sewing at the top, and then the back part I'll cut it out with the front part for the zip part, like this. And when we're cutting the front, you separate it from the back. Ensure you do, because you can make the mistake and make a deep cut for the back part. So I cut the front part, we're good. And then for this other side too, I made a sewing allowance, so that is just settled. So I made left the sewing allowance and cut it out like this. So this is for the front part alone. So when I'm dealing with the back part, I'll ensure that exactly that line, I'll just add half an inch, ensure it's straight, not as curved as the front part. So I'm just using this ruler to just show you where that straight line is and then how I'm going to add it, so it's very clear for you. Then I'll use my scissors and snip it up like this, leaving the allowance for the back. So now we're done with the top parts. Let's move on to the midpoint, which is the body. So here it is. I'll just measure the length of it. There's going to be lots of gathers, so there's going to be joining. I made sure I marked the back part exactly as I did for the other part as well, using my blue chalk so that I can be able to tell the difference when I look at it and not make the mistake of sewing another part. Just a reminder. So after doing that, I would join all these parts together because I want to make knife plates and box plates. So you'd see how I'll do the knife plates on top of the box plate. So joining these two together, I measure the length of it, first and foremost the breadth of it. So the breadth of it is 17.5 like this, and then the width of it is up to 98 inches. And for this is the bottom part, the pink. I love pink. So here it is. The pink will just pop it up because pink is on it, and when you're selecting colors, ensure you select the colors that are not predominant. So in this one we have 4.5 inches for the bottom part, and then for the length of it, I took the measurement of the entire thing so that you'd see how it looks. So I have 2 of it, so ensure that it's very long, and the more it's the length of it, this is 57 inches times 2, so 57 inches into 2 places. So I joined these 2 parts together. So I'll fold this bottom part, and I'm not going to weave it until I do the gathers. After doing the gathers, I'll weave it. And now you can see I've folded it, I've done the gathers on it, exactly the length of the material, the middle material, that's for the body. So I joined it first and foremost before I did the box plates and the knife plates. So ensure you sew, don't move that paper. You saw that paper there, don't move it, if not it'll be sticky and stick to your machine. So this is how it looks. I'm loving the outcome already. Isn't this beautiful? I just love the pop of the color, the pink at the bottom part of this Ankara. So here is how the box plates be done. So I'll fold it this way, fold this the right side, fold this on the left side, and then ensure that the 2 of them join at that top, because that's where we're going to do our knife plates over the box plates. So this is how to create the box plates, and not just random plates or random gathers. So I'll just join it, fold it like this, and then do it. But before I do that, I'll ensure that I sew these other parts together. So I lined it. I cut out lining for all these little parts. Just how little the fabrics are, just so cute. And this is for a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old, and depending on the size of the child. So this is the measurements I used for a 3-year-old. So for this is the back part and that's the front part. So I'll sew around the neck like I described there. And this part, the back part, I'll do the same thing, round the neck and at the zip area like this. And then at the other edge as well. So round the neck, zip area, and left the arm. Make sure the armhole is left because that's where we're going to weave. So this is it after I've sewn, and I'll turn it around like this. So I'll turn it around and ensure that I poke out any edges, just bring it all out. I did the same thing to your other back part as well. You've seen the edge where I sewed, and left just the arm. That's where I'm going to weave and attach the sleeve. So this is the front and that is the back. So now I'm attaching the shoulder where you don't want the seam to show. There's the shoulder. I'll join it, the side against, that's the right side against the right side, and then the lining against the lining like this, and then sew it. This is where the lining, the edges, raw edges will not show. Can you see? It's inside. And then we have our sewn part. I'm going to trim out all the edges, and this is how it looks. So I would fold it like this, place it, and ensure I indicate I sewed with big markings. So the back part where we're going to put the zip first, and then sew these 2 edges, measured around, and that got me to doing this. So I've done the box plate and also the knife plate. I just sewed down. If you look closely, you'd see I sewed it down little by little, creating the knife plate over the box plates, and it's already coming out beautiful. I've not even ironed it yet. And there's the back part of it. Then I notched it by the edge. So I just sewed it by the knife pleats by 1/2 inch on those box pleats. So I also notched the midpoint of this front part, and then that's what I'm going to use as a guidance to sew and ensure I sew perfectly till the end, like this and like that. So here is the sleeve. So the sleeve is, let me take this aside, it's up to 5.5 inches, so more like 6 inches if you'd want. And then I folded it, it's on fold, so you can either sew it this way. And for doing the gathers, I sewed it down, did the gathers like this. It looked like flour, so I made sure I sewed inside. Can you see? Before folding, make sure you join all the parts before folding, and then sewing it around, did the gathers like this. So here we're going to come in at the bottom part of the sleeve, come in by 1/2 inch, and before we get to the midpoint of it like this, we'll do a curve. Can you see? Very easy and straight to the point, so that it's just the top part that is bigger than the lower part. So I'll use my scissors and trim it up. This outfit is very easy to sew, and I'm sure you enjoyed it. This is the zip that has been attached. Here we're going to sew this down. That's the inner lining so it doesn't poke out. Sew it down or tack it with needle and thread. Just hear the sound of the zip. I love a good zip on a good outfit. And this is the inner finishing. Perfect. I weaved it. It's clean. And I love the outcome, guys. Would you make this for your sister, your niece, your little one, or your cousin? Just tell me in the comment section. And if you will be able to rock it yourself or make it for yourself as well. Bye. Thanks for watching.